Good morning, Jen. And first of all, happy Mother's Day to you and everyone watching right now. And yes, the race actually just started moments ago. And this is a very important race, not only, to get your workout in this morning, but also to raise awareness for ovarian cancer. Every 23 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with ovarian cancer right here in the United States. And I've got with me Dr. Lou and Melissa. Melissa's a survivor. She's been in remission for nearly 3 years, and we're going to be talking to Melissa in a second. But I want to talk to Dr. Lou first. Every 23 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with ovarian cancer. It is dangerous.
Yes, ovarian cancer is something that we don't think about a lot, and the symptoms associated with ovarian cancer are really vague. So most women end up going to see the family doctor, the gastroenterologist, and then finally end up at the gynecologist after some time has passed. So diagnosis is oftentimes delayed.
And I was reading about it that technically there is no early detection. Is that correct?
That's correct. At this time, the best that we have is to do regular pelvic exams. Most women stop going to the gynecologist after they have their children, but everyone needs to see their gynecologist every year.
Doctor, in what is one of the most common missed symptoms, which I think women do not realize that could be a sign for ovarian cancer?
Many women feel indigestion, some vague belly discomfort, and that's why they see the gastroenterologist first. They feel like they can't eat well, they can't eat as much as they could before, or just have a lot of bloating. So we really should be partnering with gastroenterologists and family practice doctors to get people referred to us earlier.
Thank you, Doc, and we'll come back to you in a second. But Melissa, I want to talk to you real quick. I mean, you've got two wonderful kids. That's amazing. This journey, what have you learned something that's really important when it comes to ovarian cancer and spreading the word and awareness?
I think that the most important thing is that you know your body best, and that if you know that something is off, you need to advocate for yourself. Ovarian cancer is mostly diagnosed in women that are 65 or older, and being 28 at diagnosis, I was trying to get pregnant. A lot of the symptoms that I was having mimic pregnancy, but I had repeated negative pregnancy tests. Luckily, I was paying really close attention to my body and advocated for more testing that ended me up in an ER and proved to lead to surgery, which diagnosed me. But otherwise, it was a watch and wait kind of thing, so always push if you know something is wrong.
What was the sign for you that, what were some of the symptoms that you were experiencing that you had to go and get medical attention?
So I had pain with sex, and very abnormally long periods were my first two symptoms. They weren't as close, and then as I got closer to my diagnosis, about 4 months later, I was having difficulty eating. I was feeling full really quickly. I was having a lot of bloating, other things that could mimic pregnancy, and then the thing that led me to the ER was intense pain, that pelvic pain that woke me from sleep.
Well, I'm really happy, and I'm sure everyone is, and your family. This is just beautiful. You guys are out here, raising the awareness for something so important. Before we head out, Dr. Lou, I want to ask you real quick. This is treatable. What do women need to do?
Go to your gynecologist every year, and as Melissa said, listen to your body. If you just don't feel right, make sure you go in. A lot of people have been avoiding seeing their doctor, especially during COVID, and a lot of people avoid the gynecologist because it's not really that pleasant. But you need to go get a pelvic exam.
Thank you, Dr. Lou. And of course, that's the message over here to all the women over here who are taking part in Time to Teal and for people watching. So, Jen, we're going to be here next, and we'll be talking to some more survivors, and of course, hopefully, we'll be seeing women crossing the finish line when we come back.
Absolutely.
Back to you, Jen.
Raz, thank you. And such an important event, such an important issue affecting women like you just spoke to right here in Metro Detroit. Thanks for that report. We'll check back in with you in our next half hour.